You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome, holy welcome. There's something in the air, the dream of life in love, with minds that rest in prayer, sparking joy we're in awe. No matter where your path has been or time will somehow flies, like souls will come home again, true friendship ever thrives. Is this where the magic happens? Can you feel the farce revealed right now in you and me? The secret is wherever we are. There's something in a smile that can turn a day around. Moments so worthwhile when we find common ground. No matter what the day might bring, right here we can align, knowing that we will be seen as perfect, whole, divine. This is where the magic happens. Let's feel all the hearts, from close to me and me to you. The secret is wherever we are. So meet me where feel all the hearts ignited now in you and me. The secret is wherever. The secret is whenever. The secret is together we are.
Good morning, CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living here in St. George, Utah. Good morning and welcome to all our friends. Our purpose is to love, teach, guide, and support a spiritual community in creating a living life they love using science of mind and spirit, principles, and practices. CSL St. George is a community-focused center actively living, sharing, and nurturing its members and friends so that we may all live our best lives. CSL St. George is an open, inclusive, and evolving spiritual community that supports its purpose and visions through sacred wisdom celebrations, empowering transformative education, youth and young adult programs, dynamic music ministry, community inreach, and community outreach. Today, our service team is our wonderful tech, Marina Anderson in the back, who seems to know everything, and it's beautiful to have her on board. Myself, Stephanie Sterrett, I'm a religious science practitioner, and I'll also be doing the invocation. Our music will be Donnie Lee, who's coming live, recorded for us. And our reading is by a new member of our group. Her name is Barb Davis, and enjoy meeting her for the first time online like this. And our talk today is given by our beloved Eugene Holden, another religious science practitioner who is awesome. And today he will be giving us our inspired thought. So now we're going to listen to the music. Thank you.
Close my eyes to the fall, see the truth for what it is. Turn my ears from inflated realities to hear the answer from within. And it says, I am the peace in the storm. I am the flame in the rain. Even in the flood, one truth remains. I am free. Yes, I am free. Surrounded by time's changes, I'm still free to write my own story. I am free. Yes, I am free. I've changed what I perceive to manifest the things that I believe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. I know you saw on the news, the world's gonna end again. But just as long as there is life, Life's challenges will never, never end. But we are the problem solvers. And we are overcomers. When the world seems low, we can lift her up again. I am free. Yes, I am free. Surrounded by time's changes, I'm still free to write my own story. I am free. Yes, I am free. I've changed what I perceive to manifest the things that I believe. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I am free. Yes, I am free. Say, I am free. I am free. Because of what I believe. Oh, no, no. I am free. I am free. Yes, I am. Yes, I am free. I am free today. I am free. What I believe. What I believe. No music, everybody. Clap like this. I am free. Yes, I am free. Sing it again, say I am. I am free. Because of what I believe. What I believe. Oh, because of what I believe. What I believe. Oh, because of what I believe. What I believe. Yeah, because of what I believe. What I believe. What I believe in. What I believe. Yeah, yeah. Oh, break it down one time. Feels so good. I am free. Oh, I am free. Oh, I am free. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh.
Oh, I invite us to just relax and take a deep breath right here and right now, knowing that this freedom, this beauty, this awareness of the great divine is within each and every one of us, right here and right now. And in this knowing, I bless this day, this service, this word of wisdom coming forth, this beautiful day, right here, right now, for each and every one of us. And so knowing that, I see everything coming together perfectly in the hearts and minds of all who have listened to this today or in the future. This message is deep. This message is taking all of the pieces this month into peace of mind, and knowing that this is the truth deep inside each and every one of us. I send it into the law, knowing that it is already accomplished. It is already done. And with the faith and the trust that I have within the word that is spoken, I know this to be real. And this reality I send out for everyone. Right here and right now, as together we say yes. And so it is. Thank you, Barb, for stepping up. I really appreciate your service today.
Happy to be here. Once upon a time, I experienced a beautiful walking meditation in Wisconsin called a labyrinth. I've chosen to share reading today about 4 R's from Lauren Artras's book entitled Walking a Sacred Path. Quote, "The labyrinth is not like a corn maze, as there are no dead ends. In its own strange and uncanny way, the labyrinth offers a sacred and stable space to focus the attention and to listen to the longing of the soul. In Western culture, the mystical path is traditionally the threefold path. During the walk from the entrance to the center, we release or surrender our daily concerns. The second stage of the threefold path is found in the center of the labyrinth. Usually it is a surprise to reach the center because the long winding path seems so illogical. We don't know we are there until we are there, which is often true in life. After we have quieted the mind on the path, the center is a place for meditation and receiving insight. We may come to clarity in the center. If we enter with an open heart and mind, we will be able to receive what is there for us. As we leave the center of the labyrinth, following the same path that brought us in, our meditation often produces a grounded, empowered feeling. It invites us to be more authentic as we return and gives us the confidence to take risks as we manifest our gifts in the world. The simple act of walking the labyrinth invites us back into the center of our being. Most often, it calms us and guides us." Unquote. I feel gifted now by a beautiful indoor labyrinth 2 doors from my Cedar City home, where a marble labyrinth copies the 13th century labyrinth of Chartres Cathedral in France. I believe my proximity is no accident, so at noon on the final Saturday of each month, I introduce new walkers to my neighborhood labyrinth. Not just on World Labyrinth Day each May. Come visit me or regularly treat yourself to this spiritual tool at the St. George Hospital or in Kayenta. Or Google one near you at labyrinthlocator.com. I smiled last year when I first read this Walking a Sacred Path about the 3 R's releasing, receiving, and returning, as those had been my natural experiences when I first encountered this walking meditation on an outdoor labyrinth in southwest Wisconsin. I laid down my uncertainty about leaving a long, saddening relationship. I received confirmation that I was making an important discernment, and I returned to my new world feeling peaceful and strong and eager to support peace in others. Our speaker today, Eugene Holden, completed his page in this month's magazine by writing, "Imagine being the peace that you want to see in the world." Namaste.
What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed that the wind would always fill up my sail? How far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread. Never lose faith, even when losing my way. What would I say today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? Yeah. What would you do if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty ocean in the heart of the sea, are there miracles in you and me? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread. Never lose faith, even when losing my way. What would I say today if I were brave? Oh yeah. What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? If I were brave, yeah. I would climb the highest mountain, cross the widest sea. Nothing would separate me from my dreams. I would walk the longest desert, climb the highest road. If I were brave. Oh, yes, if I were brave. never lose faith, even when losing my way. What would I say today? What would I say today? What would I say today if I were brave?
What a beautiful song. I love that. All right. This week or this month has been Pieces into Peace, and each week has been absolutely brilliant. And today we're going to speak on Om Shanti Om. What a sacred word, phrase that is. And our favorite Eugene Holden is going to be here to talk to us about Om Shanti Om.
Thank you. Good morning, my beautiful family here at CSL St. George. Where did you guys find Donnie Lee III? Great find. Oh, so it's good to be back with you. So as we know, this year's theme is Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Are you taking the time to really look at how you are rising in the morning? Are you taking the time to check out how your consciousness is raising as you leave your home to go to work, to school, or whatever you are doing? Are you checking your grand rising? See, because as we know, any way that we do anything is from a choice. So instead of choosing to maybe not rise so grand and a little humdrum, let's be brave and step into a grand rising. So that's the theme for the year for Centers for Spiritual Living, Grand Rising. Now, the theme of the month is Pieces into Pieces. So we get to talk about taking all of these little pieces of life, because life is an amazing thing. It really is, with all the ups and the downs and all arounds. But we get to, again, going back to that gift of choice, we get to choose how we want to live this life, right? I'm going through a process now where the body is healing and all of that. And I got on earlier this morning with the ladies as we were preparing, and I'm like, I'm okay. My energy is low. But as I was listening to the prayers, I was listening to the reading, as I was listening to the song, I decided to change that thought. Take that piece of thought of, well, my energy is a little low, and change that piece of thought to, you know what? I am here to do this and do it from a place of enthusiasm, from a place of spirit, from a place of grand rising. So we take these pieces, these little pieces of life, and how do we manufacture, not even that, how do we choose to turn them into peace, that peace that surpasses understanding? So that's this month's theme, Pieces into Peace. And today's topic is Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. So in all of my years of being within Science of Mind and Spirit, I've also studied a lot of different religious teachings and spiritual teachings. And the Hindu teaching is an amazing thing. And so I'm going to go back and forth and diving into the Upanishads, which is a Hindu scripture, they believe written between 700 and 500 BCE. So these principles that the Upanishad speaks about is not going to be anything new that you've heard. That's why we call it, new thought, ageless wisdom. It used to be ancient wisdom, but now it's just ageless. So, but it's nothing really new except for that it's new to us using it. It's new to us using it. Om Shanti is used in certain traditions as a greeting, right? Or maybe Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That's used at the end of a scriptural passage, when that is done, and it signifies that passage is, done. But I want to break it down just a little bit, and I want to start with the word Om. And I know that most of us, if not all of us, who are listening to this today or who will listen to it later, are familiar with this word Om. You know, we know it in meditation. We know it if you are in a yoga practice of some sort. But have you really thought about what the word means and what the great Hindu masters thought about that word? I have. Om is more than just a symbol. It's actually a mantra. I know that we see the symbol, and which is a good thing to look at, but it's a mantra. You know, something like, in fact, very much like I am. In fact, it has the same vibration of I am. As we know in the Western tradition, the I am, as we heard in the story in Exodus of Moses going to God and being instructed to go to the children of Israel and to lead them out of the Egypt land. And Moses says to God, so who do I tell them sent me? And the answer that Moses gets is, I am that I am. And so one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is to meditate on those two words, I am. Because any time you use the words I am, you have taken on the vibration of the infinite. And the reason why I say that is because in that same story with Moses and God saying, go down and tell them, or who should I tell them sent me? You say, I am that I am. And then the scripture goes on, the verse goes on to say, I am. That is my name forever. So I am. That is my name forever. So my brothers and sisters, anytime we use those two phrases, I am, we are taking on the vibration of the infinite. And so it causes us to be aware of what we put after those two creative words. I am sick and tired, or I am healthy, I am whole. Or for me, for this example, for this morning, it's like, well, my energy is low. And then I flipped that, took that little piece and flipped it. I am here to give this message, and I am excited about it. I am exuberant. I am enthusiastic about it. Om. So when we talk about Om and meditate on the Om, it is like meditating on the I am. And I want to make sure that we really catch this. In the Mandukya Upanishad, it is written, Om stands for supreme reality. It is a mantra that stands for what was, what is, and what shall be. Again, Eheye Asher Aheye, I am that I am in the Hebrew language. The Jewish scholars have said that there really isn't one definition for that phrase. Of course, we get it as I am that I am, but it also means I am what is needed in the moment. I am is what is necessary now. So it's very similar to the Sanskrit meaning of Om, that it stands for supreme reality. It is a mantra that stands for what was, what is, and what shall be. Om also represents what lies beyond the past, what lies in the present, and what lies in the future. Om also represents what lies beyond past, present, and future. But wait, there's more. This Upanishad goes on to say, those who know Om as the self become the self. Truly, they become the self. The teachers thought it was so important that they had to repeat that line, right? Those who know Om as the self become the self. Truly, they become the self. So again, going back to I am, those who know that I am is the Spirit of God, that is God itself, become God itself. Now, I know I can see some of you, I have special glasses, that are going, well, wait a minute, hang on, Eugene. But see, this is where I go to that second step of affirmative prayer. The first step is God is all there is. So we recognize that, that's the first step, recognition, recognizing that there is an infinite intelligence from which all things are created. that we recognize that it is at the very center of all of life and that there's no place where God is not. That's what we recognize. Step 2 is to unify with that, or like Dr. Holmes would say, to identify with that, right? To be one with that. In other words, that which I am recognizing, I am one with. So like that Upanishad says, those who know Om as the self become the self. Same thing, that those who know ourselves as the I am become the I am. It is written, know thyself. Plato was given credit for it, but it wasn't Plato. It came way before him. And the entire saying is, know thyself so that you may know God. So when we speak about Om, we are talking about a creative vibration that has been there since the beginning of time. In the Upanishads, it talks about that it wasn't the Big Bang. It was, well, the commentary on this particular Upanishad, the author writes, it wasn't the Big Bang, but it was the big Om. It was Om that has created everything. But then again, we go back to Western Christian philosophy, right? Is in the beginning was the Word. Now, here is what I want us to really get, is that all of this sounds fine and dandy, and it is. Not only does it sound fine and dandy, it really is, because what I'm wanting to come from is a place of truth. So it's one thing to say it, it's one thing to hear it, but now what we want to do is to embrace that you are the I am that has created everything that there is, to embrace the Om as yourself. See, there is nothing else really happening here. Think about this, right? This, and I don't have any answer for it, but the question is, where do we really come from? Yes, and we can say that we are, birthed through our mother. Okay, but before that, okay, well then my mother, my father, they got together. Yeah, but before that. And so it keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. But where does it really begin? I believe that it begins with this infinite intelligence that had a thought to recreate itself as everything that there is, so that it can experience, especially as human beings, the greatest, I believe, creation of the infinite, because we have this faculty that we can think with. We create the way that no other creature can create. We can change our minds like no other creature can change their mind. Not quite the way that human beings do, right? So as we step into identifying and becoming one with what we've recognized, that's where the practice is. That's where the life is. Believing, knowing, embracing, and absolutely falling in love with, no matter where I am, God is. Om Shanti. No matter where I go, no matter what word I speak, that is God in action. Let's stop right there for a moment. Every word that we speak is God in action. In other words, every word that we speak is creative. Donnie Lee's videos are testament to that. The fact that we're on this beautiful screen here is testament to the fact that what we think about, we bring about. Now, if that's not the power of the Creator, I don't know what is. And that power of creation flows through you. Your word not only has power, your word is the power of creation. So again, as we embody being the awesomeness of the divine, as we embody being that place of joy, being that place of peace, being that place of love, as we embody that, now we get to surrender to it and watch how life really does easily flow for us. Yes, we have to take our steps. Yep. Yes, there's work to be done. Yep. There's no denying that, because this is a realm of cause and effect. I just can't sit back and affirm that I am going to be successful and not do anything towards that success. Even though I know that I've been set up to succeed, it won't happen until I take that step or those steps, right? And as we come from a place of really embodying our awesomeness, as we come to that state of awesomeness, knowing that right where I am, God is, and there's nothing for me to fear. Oh, now we can turn whatever little piece of life that happens, we can turn that into peace. We can turn that into peace. There was a portion in the reading today that said, I am the peace in the storm. I am the peace in the storm. Now, what we have just done, and this is really going to the third step of the 5 steps of prayer, is it's going to that third step. Yes, we know it as realization. Dr. Holmes also called it declaration, right? So when we stand in the I am and declare I am the peace in the storm, then that's what you are. When we believe that that's the truth. See, remember that we are created in the nature of that which has created all that there is. Meaning, in what I mean by that is we are created with the same power, the same love, the same intelligence that has created everything that there is. So we go coming from a place of Om, being that ultimate reality. Those who know Om as the self become the self. So know yourself as Om. Know yourself as the I am. And once we step into that knowing, once we step from that knowing, stepping from that knowing, now we get to not only share peace, but we are peace. Om Shanti, 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 Om. I love how that phrase is put together, Om Shanti, because it is really saying that we have peace by being connected with God. And with God, there is nothing but peace. In spite of everything that we're seeing in the world today. I love what we're seeing in the world today. Well, hang on. Do I really mean that? I appreciate what I'm seeing in the world today. And the reason why I say that is because it gives me an opportunity to really stand boldly in what I believe and what I know. And what I know is that behind all of this, there's this infinite intelligence for good. As Dr. Holmes reminds us, there is a power in the universe for good greater than we are, and we can use it. And we can use it. And we're using it all the time. So now what we're doing is wanting to use it consciously. We're wanting to use it in a way that we are not only bringing peace, and the only way that I can bring peace is to be peace. The only way that you can bring peace is to be peace. See, because I can't bring anything that I'm not. I can't bring anything that I am not. So, what does peace look like to you? Now, you don't have to say right now, but that's a homework assignment that I'm going to give you, to write down the question, right? What does peace feel like to me? What does peace feel like to me? And then write what feelings come up. What does peace feel like to me? What does peace look like to me? And then write whatever shows up. And then the third question, how am I to share my peace? How can I share my peace? Now, I know sometimes there are people in this teaching that talk about we don't want to, it's not about the how, right? And I understand that. And let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, because sometimes I need to know how I'm going to share this. What ways, another way to put it, what way can I share this peace that I am? Now, for me, it's pretty easy because I've been doing it for a long time. It's really an easy thing to do, to share peace. The next person that you come across in person, smile. Smile. Just give them a smile. You don't have to say it. Just smile. That's one way to share your peace. You'll find that people ordinarily will smile back. I was at a gas station a number of years ago and got out, put the gas hose in my tank, was filling up, and I saw the gentleman across at the next island. I'm like, hey, good morning. And he says, good morning, and looks at me strange. And then he comes over to me and says, so why did you speak? I'm like, well, because you're there. And he walked away. He says, people don't do that. Well, I do, but I'm venturing to guess that he did after a while too. See, because what we want to get to is that no matter what seems to be going on in this beautiful country of ours with all the political stuff that's going on, talk about prayer requests. In spite of what seems to be going on around the world, talk about prayer requests. What we are not to do is to get distracted. We want to make sure that if we're going to watch the news, then watch it from a place of clarity, watch it from a place of equanimity, meaning we're not going to allow it to affect us either this way or that way, to watch it with a desire to take whatever we hear, take it into prayer, right? So that we can then truly walk in this thing called Om Shanti. So, what does peace look like? What does it feel like? And how can you share it? Remember that you are the infinite intelligence of God showing up as you. As I like to say in my prayers sometimes, is that God so loved the world that it turned upon itself, clothed itself, and then named itself you. Now that you know this, now it's time to live this. Ernest Holmes once said that it's funny that we know better, but don't do better. We know better, but we don't do better. So what that tells me is like, okay, this is what I know. Now let me put what I know, put that into action. Let me take what I know and put it into action. So for this next day or two or three, repeat that mantra, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. If you find yourself in a situation and the energy is a bit off and people want to argue or whatever, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. And so now we put that into practice, and as we practice this, then it becomes a way of life where we no longer have to practice it. We are now being it. You are the light that lights up every man and woman that come into the world. You are the way that love shows up. You've heard me talk about weapons of mass distraction, and usually I refer to the news and all of that. But I'm also wanting to point out that sometimes those weapons of mass distractions could be the thoughts that I'm keeping about myself. I'm distracted from being who I am by complaining. 2 weeks ago, I told a story from the pulpit about being at work and caught myself complaining about the complainers. And well, how's that work? Complaining about the complainers. The good thing about that situation is that I caught it. And so what did I get to do? I got to forgive myself for that. And then I got to put myself back into that position where I can bless them. And the saying that I have is forgive them for they know not who they are. And that's okay. I see them for who they are. I can see beyond their need to complain or whatever it is, right? But I see the divine intelligence, call it God, call it love, call it the universe, call it the source. I see and feel and am connected to that divine intelligence that is within them. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Ricky Byers has a great song called Om Shanti. Peace within my mind. Peace within my mind. Only God, peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace inside of my mind. God and only God is moving me. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. Joy. Only joy is moving me. So before you react to someone pushing that button, take a breath and use your mantra, Om. Om, just Om, and hold it for as long as you can. Nice deep breath in through the nose and Om for as long as you can. And watch how the situation doesn't change, but you change the situation. See, the situation doesn't change you. You change the situation. And when we come from that point, when we come from that power, Now we are living, moving emanations of the one. We are no longer allowing the situations to change us or to rule us, but we are getting to rule the situation. We get to change the situation just by taking a little piece and turning it into peace. Let's pray. How grateful I am for this opportunity to speak this word, recognizing first and foremost that infinite intelligence I call God. I recognize that it is at the very center of all of life, from the nucleus of the atom to the expansiveness of the galaxies. All there is and ever shall be is God expressing itself into and as me, as you, and as we. See, I recognize that there is no circumference, which means that there isn't anything that exists outside of God, for truly God is all there is. The love intelligence that governs the universe, the divine law and unconditional love. So as I recognize and acknowledge the fullness, the allness, the oneness of God as being everywhere present at all times, I know that at all times God is present right where I am. No matter where I am, God is. And as I know this to be the truth of my life, I know this to be the truth of each individualized expression of the one who is tuned in either right now or a little bit later, that right here, right now, God is, we are. Right here, right now, God is, we are. Right here, right now, love is, we are. Right here, right now, peace is, we are. Right here, right now, joy is, we are. See, because we have said yes to being one with all of that. So I give great thanks as each and every one of us step from a place of courage, standing in the divinity of our being, transcending all of the negative thoughts and letting those thoughts go, releasing all that is not in harmony with the spoken word. We let go and we release everything that is not in alignment with our highest good. If I were brave, I would speak this around the world every single day. What would you do if you were brave? How grateful I am to know that as we continue to live, move, and have our being in that which I call love, then love lives, moves, and has its being in, through, and as us. For this and for so much more than these words can ever convey, I remain forever grateful and thankful. It is from this space of gratitude, this place of thanksgiving, that I now release this word into the ultimate and the beautiful dynamic action of the law, knowing that as this word is released, the law has no other choice but to return these words unto us completely fulfilled. And so fulfilled, we simply and lovingly allow it to be. It is done. And so it is. Amen. Peace and blessings.
I love your enthusiasm and your willingness to change in that moment. Then you heard, yes, I can change. I can be this.
Yes.
The way you bring it about, the enthusiasm, I so honor that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And hopefully he will be able to join us with that beautiful showing of what prayer really does and can do for us. Speaking of prayer, our prayer requests are at www.cslstgeorge.org. About also our next in-person service is October 13th and October 27th. We are doing it. We are coming live a couple of times in community, so please join us for those in-person gatherings. Our Zoom conversation today is at noon. Details are in the newsletter and on our website. Our abundant prosperity. We give with Zelle if you choose, and you can see the newsletter for instructions. I personally like that the best. You can give online, PayPal link at CSLSG.org, or use the QR code in the corner there. We can give by mail. We can send checks to our address here in St. George, Utah, 4771. And these upcoming Sundays, these wonderful Sundays, September 22nd will be Imagine Peace. That's this month. And our staff minister, Rachel Dilling, will be doing that talk. And our following Sunday is going to be putting the pieces together. That is our practitioner thing, which happens to be 2 practitioners this month. So we will be having a conversation, Bill and I, about what we have learned this month and having a lively conversation about the principles that we have learned. So join us for that. All right, we're going to gather everybody up. And here we go. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in all that I do.
I am it, I embrace it, and I share it.
Just the way that it is, and just the way that is becoming.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
My
life.
life.
Thank you,
Peace and
Eugene.
blessings.
Thank
for
you,
being here.
everyone. Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. And
See you
to
at
answer-
noon, perhaps.
to answer your question, Donnie Lee is a friend of Reverend Joe, so that's how we found him.
Yeah, what a great find.
I know, so we love his contribution. All right, we'll see you all on Zoom. Have a great day.
You too.